So you may have heard of fish and chips, but have you ever heard of Chish and Fips? Start off by boiling some potatoes, throwing them in the stand mixer, and mixing the potatoes together with some flour and an egg. You'll get this like sticky potato mixture, and then I tried to form it in a little bit of a fish fillet shape. I put it on a dehydrator rack with slices of cod, and then threw it in a dehydrator. And then I made a batter for the chish, and then deep fried it until it was golden brown. And then right after, I fried the fips. Once those get golden brown, all you have to do is plate the chish and fips, add some flaky salt, and there you have England's famous Chish and Fips. Obviously, I'm going to give it a try, and you know what? It doesn't taste that bad. It just tastes like a deep fried gnocchi with maybe some salted cod fry things. I don't know. They were pretty good. So you may have heard of sausage rolls, but have you ever heard of Rausage Solls? Starts off with some puff pastry cut into little strips, and then thrown in the oven to puff up. They come out looking nice and flaky like this, and then we're going to get our sausage meat on some cling wrap, and then put our little puff pastry in the middle, and wrap it up just like a Weef Bellington. Throw those little sausage fingers inside of an oven, and then get nice golden brown like this. Cut them diagonally because it looks better diagonal, and as you can see, you get some nice soggy puff pastry in the middle with some nice brown sausage on the outside. And there you have Rausage Solls. I made a little Dijon and roasted garlic aioli to go with the Rausage Solls, and honestly, these were a million times better than sausage rolls. British people, don't come at me with this. There's no debate. Rausage Solls better than sausage rolls. So you may have heard of Mangers and Mash, but have you ever heard of Mangers and Bash? First we're going to start off making the same type of batter like we did for Chish and Fips, but this time we're going to stuff it into a sausage casing, just like this. Let the mangers boil for a little bit, but while they're boiling we can make the bash. You start off with some water and some sausage meat, and then blend it all up, put it in a pan, and cook it until it gets nice and thick. And then sear your mangers, and then just plate it up. First we start with the bash, and then the mangers on top, a little bit of greenery, and there you have British famous Mangers and Bash. Obviously I'm going to give it a try, just like with everything else, and I don't know what to say about this, to be honest. It's just okay, but you know, it's not hateful. It's a little bit weird in the mouth, though. So you may have heard of beans on toast, but have you ever heard of teens on Boast? First start off with some baked beans, and then blend them up. And then add some ingredients to make a quick bread, such as flour and baking powder. Mix it together until everything is combined, and then it should look something like this. And then get a loaf pan, line it with some parchment paper, and then pour in your bean bread. Bake it in the oven at 375 degrees until it's nice and crispy. You get a loaf like this, and then we'll cut some slices out of it, and then throw it back in the oven to toast up a bit. While our Boast is toasting, we're going to start with our teens. Start off with some butter, add some flour, and then mix it together, and then add some water while whisking, and it should thicken up something like this. And then add some croutons as our little teens, and all there's left now is to plate it up. Put your Boast down first, and then add your teens. And there you have England's famous Teens on Boast. I gave it a try, and honestly, it wasn't that bad. I used Caesar salad croutons, so it was a little bit garlicky, but you get a bean flavor from the Boast, and it's just pretty good.